I've lived in this house for 7 years. It's small, tucked at the edge of an old town that most maps don't even bother naming anymore. People drive past it on their way to the highway, never stopping, never looking twice. But lately, I've started hearing something. Not the usual creaks or settling wood, no. This was metal. A scraping sound. Under the floorboards. Like something digging. At first, I thought it was rats. Or plumbing. I even joked about it with my neighbor, Clark. He laughed and said, "Old houses talk at night. Don't listen too closely or you'll start hearing answers." I should have listened to him. It always starts after midnight. A rhythmic scrape, like shovel to dirt, under my living room. I timed it once, every 40 seconds, like clockwork. I even crawled under the house with a flashlight. The crawl space was tight, full of spider webs and damp soil, but there was nothing there. Yet the sound kept returning. My wife left last year. Maybe it was the silence after she did, that made the noise louder. Or maybe it was always there, and I just started listening. I tried recording it. But on playback, there was nothing. Just static. Only once, at the 23-second mark, I heard it. A whisper. My name. I went down again, this time with tools. The floor was cold under my hands. The boards looked newer than the rest of the house. Someone had replaced them, maybe the last owner. Clark told me the house used to belong to an old man who collected antiques. That's how people around here soften the truth. Antiques means junk or something worse. I pried up the first plank. The smell hit me, damp earth and rust. Then I saw it. The soil beneath wasn't undisturbed. It looked churned. Fresh. And then, movement. Something pale pushed through the dirt for just a moment, fingers. Thin, gray, decayed fingers. I froze. When I blinked, they were gone. Just dirt again. I told myself I imagined it. But that night, the scraping came louder than ever. The next morning, I went to the town records office. The clerk there, an old woman named Mrs. Kern, looked at me when I gave her my address. "You're living in the Whitmore house," she said. I nodded. She told me the Whitmores vanished in 1978. Husband, wife, and their 2 children. No trace, no sale, just gone. The property sat empty for decades until the bank quietly resold it. I asked if they were ever found. She looked at me, pale. "Some say they never left." I laughed nervously. She didn't. That night the sound returned. Louder. Closer. It wasn't under the living room anymore, it was under my bedroom. I could feel the vibration through the mattress. Metal scraping soil. Then a pause. Then again. I shouted, "Stop it!" and slammed my foot against the floor. The digging stopped. For a moment, the silence was so heavy it felt alive. Then, softly. "You moved us." I didn't sleep that night. By morning, I'd decided I'd had enough. I tore up the floorboards completely. There was a hole, round, about 4 feet deep. The dirt was loose, almost breathing. Something glinted inside. A rusted shovel. And beside it, a small porcelain doll, half buried, its eyes painted black. When I touched it, the floorboards around me groaned, as if something beneath them shifted in response. The hole began to collapse inward, and for a split second, I saw them again. Hands. Dozens of them, reaching upward, clutching the air. Each hand twisted and folded as if remembering pain. Then, darkness. I woke up hours later on the couch. My clothes were wet, muddy. The hole was gone. The boards looked untouched. Had I dreamed it? I ran my hand across the floor, the wood was cold. Then something tapped back. Voices. Dozens of them. All whispering the same thing, dig. I pressed my ear to the ground. Under the hum of the house, I could hear something deeper, crying. It wasn't angry. It was pleading. I remembered the name Whitmore. I searched the local archives. Turns out, the Whitmore man was a grave digger. His wife ran a small home funeral business right in this house. They were accused of burying people in the crawl space when the town cemetery filled up. No one could prove it. When the police finally came, the Whitmores were gone. Only the empty graves remained. And I realized I'd been sleeping over their work all along. That night, I didn't just hear digging. I heard knocking. From below. And then, 3 words, clear as breath. We're not done. I packed my things. I told myself I'd leave by sunrise. But as I stepped toward the front door, the knob turned on its own. Slowly. Outside, the yard was full of holes. Dozens of them. All freshly dug. And in the center, a new one. Open. Waiting. Something in me knew whose it was. I dropped the keys. And from the doorway, I saw them. Hands. Hundreds now. Reaching not to pull me under, but to give something back. A rusted nameplate, with 4 letters carved in it. My last name. I didn't leave. I couldn't. The house hums now, a low, constant breathing beneath my feet. Sometimes I hear them whispering. Sometimes I whisper back. I fixed the floorboards. Painted the walls. No one comes by anymore. They keep digging under my house. Every night. And sometimes. When I listen close enough. I swear I can hear my own voice calling back from beneath the floor. Your turn.